Hi, everybody. I'm Brandon. I'm head of product at Eloquent Labs. We develop robust conversational artificial intelligence systems so that enterprises can scale communication, one of the topics we were just discussing earlier. Before I dive too much into us, though, I want to thank you all for the past 3 months. The meetings that we've had with many of you were really insightful and allowed us to improve our product offering in the supply chain vertical. And I just want to thank you all for taking the time to help us understand both communication with your customers and the communication that you have internally. For those of you that don't know about Eloquent, we were founded by 2 of Stanford's top natural language processing researchers. They left extremely promising careers in academia in order to provide high-quality conversational systems to enterprises today. This is the technology that I'm going to demonstrate for you here very quickly. Now, on this demonstration site, we have a website that happens to sell socks. So the questions will be fairly simple here, but keep in mind we're deployed in complex retail, logistics, and insurance environments. There's 3 main modules of our technology. We can answer frequently asked questions that a customer might ask, but the difference between us and other conversational chatbots is that we're robust to typos, linguistic variations, or rephrasals that a user might use. Because of our deep understanding of language, we don't even need a bunch of question-answer pairs in a knowledge base. We can read information from PDFs, Word documents, or internal documentation that you have in your business in order to answer questions. In fact, we're deployed in a large call center where when agents have a question, instead of reaching out to a supervisor, we read their training documentation and provide answers to questions that they have instantly from that documentation. The final thing we do is task-oriented dialogue. When a user wants to actually make a material change in your business, whether it's an internal employee trying to change a password or a customer trying to track a package, which I'm sure happens often in this industry, we can automate that process, have a conversation with the customer to gather the information we need, and perform all of this action autonomously at a high level of customer service. Now, if you've seen chatbots in the past, you might be wondering, how is Eloquent Labs able to do this when so many other very intelligent people have tried and not been able to achieve highest levels of accuracy? The short answer is that we cheat. When our artificial intelligence is confused, we've actually trained it to create a multiple choice question that asks for the exact information it needs to proceed. So our AI is actually reaching out to human beings that we employ at Eloquent when it's confused. And the human beings are trained to respond in, on average, 3 seconds so that while the agent is typing, the AI models are actually learning, updating, and responding with that human input included. Now, it's cool that this is all done in real time, but the important thing is that we now have an AI that can actually understand what it's confused about and reach out for help about that exact granular piece of data that is confusing. Because we're getting feedback on those important granular pieces of data, the accuracy rates increase dramatically. This is why over 24 companies now trust Eloquent Labs with their customer support or internal communications. And if you haven't talked to us in a while, I'd be happy to talk again. We've put a bunch of new features in our product after our conversations with you. And if you haven't talked to us ever before, we'd be happy to demonstrate the technology and learn more about how this might be applicable in your business. We have a booth in the game room, so I look forward to seeing you all later. Thanks.